Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm KandyCorpse, you can call me Kay, and I am back from my short break. I think it was only like a week or two, but I had some personal things going on. My eye was still healing. It was just a little rough. It was a little overwhelming, but I'm back and I'm finally doing the Q&A that was requested by you guys on Instagram. So let's get right into it. You guys wanted to ask some questions to get to know me, and I'm gonna give you the best answers I can. So this one was asked kind of a lot, and it is, what is your favorite band or singer? So my favorite is Breaking Benjamin and has been for many years, over 10 years now. Love Breaking Benjamin. I like their older stuff when I found them. I like some of their newer stuff now. Love Breaking Benjamin. Other bands that I really like are Black Veil Brides. I've been really getting into Barely Human. If we're going more of like the singer route, I do like Barely Human. Motionless in White is another big one that I really like. And then, but as far as that goes, I think those are probably, Nickelback is another band that I really like. Other than that, for the most part, I think other songs and bands I listen to is more of like just a variety from multiple different bands, but those are the main ones that I listen to a lot of their songs, I would say. How many books do you read per month? Not a lot. I find it very difficult and overwhelming for me to read when I'm like at home. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, I just cannot relax. It's so hard for me to genuinely relax and de-stress. And if I'm not already relaxed, I can't read. I did read 3 books this past month. 2 were mangas, so it depends on if you count that or not, but they were like 2 whole mangas. And then the other was like the last half of a book I started forever ago. So I did read those. I don't read as much on my phone as I used to anymore either. I want to, but it's so hard finding a good fan fiction. People who partake in fan fiction would understand what I'm feeling right now. How tall are you? I am 5'3". I'm like in between 5'3" and 5'4". So if you try to measure me, I don't know, you're gonna get something within the 5'3", 5'4" range, but it's just easier to say I'm 5'3". I know height's important to some people. Some people want to be taller, some people want to be shorter. This is just how it is. When is the right moment to kiss someone? So let me be honest with you real quick. Let me just tell you something. I'm gonna whisper in your ear for those who either are new or are just choosing to blatantly ignore this fact. I'm ace. I'm asexual. I'm aromantic. I don't know. I'm also not neurotypical. So when it comes to finding the hints, when it comes to like the right time to kiss someone, I don't know. I think if you're neurotypical and someone is like dropping hints, go for it. Go for it. If they reject you, it wasn't the right time. If they reject you, they weren't feeling it. So there was a disconnect, and you can either try again, or if you're too embarrassed or the situation was completely misread, and don't do it again. I don't know. I genuinely, a few people asked for advice when it came to like relationships. I'm not the person to ask. I know I was in 2 long relationships. One of them was like over 4 years. What? It was about 4 years. One of them was 4 years, and that's like a long time considering my age. But no, don't ask me relationship advice because I cannot give you a good answer. Do you apologize often? Yeah, I think I definitely do. I overly apologize and I get really stressed because I don't want to make other people feel bad. So I definitely apologize a lot. In your opinion, what's the prettiest eye color? So my favorite eye color, like what I think is the prettiest, is the super light, like icy blue eyes. Like regular blue eyes, yeah, they're pretty, but I wouldn't say they're more pretty than like brown eyes. Like I think eyes are pretty in general, but my favorite would definitely be like the super bright, like icy blue eyes. Those are my favorite. How would you tell your friend that her boyfriend is a piece of shit? I guess it depends on the situation. I mean, I am a very blunt person, but something that I have really worked on with myself is being blunt and being honest doesn't mean you're not being an asshole. So you can tell the truth and not be an asshole about it. So I think it depends on the situation, and excuse me, is it like a toxic relationship and you're trying to tell her like, hey, he's treating you horribly, you need to get out of there? Or is it more of like, maybe he treats her okay, but he treats her friends and family like shit, so she doesn't notice? Have that communication, set those boundaries. If it's something where they crossed a line, like seriously crossed a line, then you need to tell them that what they've done is seriously not okay, and I think you need to have a conversation. And if it's something where they're not willing to see your point of view, which they might not be, especially if they're still in the honeymoon phase of a relationship, it might be one of those things where you need to go no contact or low contact. But I think that heavily depends on the situation. Are you a night owl or an early bird? I am 100% a night owl. What would you say if your best friend is cheating on their partner? Well, they wouldn't be my best friend anymore. I would definitely go pretty low contact, if not no contact at all, honestly, because your partner is someone who's like you're supposed to be loyal to, you're supposed to be able to trust them, be honest with them, you know, everything like that. And if you can't do that with your partner, then there's no way of me knowing that you aren't going to treat me like that someday. Like, how am I going to know that you're not going to go behind your back, like, or behind my back and like say or do something? What is the last thing you bought online? The last thing I bought online, I haven't bought a lot because I'm poor, but I think the last thing I bought was a table, and it's one of the tables that I have my guinea pigs DIY cage on, so that way they're kind of like up and off the floor. Before I answer the rest of the questions, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my business, Winter Witches Crystals. I sell handmade crystal jewelry there. You can't really see it in the video, but I am wearing a silver sheen obsidian and amethyst necklace. This is a death tarot card charm. This is one of the styles of necklaces I offer. And then I also have these fairy wing earrings in, and they have little crystal charms. Those are examples of some of the things that I sell. If your vibe is more cottagecore, bohemian, you know, not really dark and, you know, kind of witchy or gothic, I do have these little mushrooms. So it's like the rainbow necklaces with crystals and little mushroom charms. So if this is a little more your style, or you're looking for something a little more light, I do have a lot of different options in my website. I have more simple necklaces. I have a little more extravagant ones, like this one, for example. I wouldn't say it's super extravagant, but it is quite a bit. It took a lot of work. So this is also a death tarot charm, but this necklace is made so that when you wear it, it looks like a double necklace. So it is just one, but if you like something, for example, if you're spiritual and you want something to wear kind of every day that's cute, kind of goes with your outfit, but also is good for spiritual protection, this would be a good option for you. It's got the red jasper and the black obsidian, and also having the death tarot card if it kind of goes with the vibe of a deity that you worship, anything like that. This is a good option, as well as other options I have. And I do customs. All you got to do is reach out to me, ask me some questions, and we can get that all sorted out. I do have a discount code that's going to be right under my link. Just type that in at checkout, copy and paste, whatever you got to do, and you will get 25% off your entire order every single time you use it. It does not expire. It's not one-time use only. You can use this discount code anytime you want, and you can get 25% off literally anytime you want. Should people feel bad for being jealous of a friend? So I don't think jealousy and envy, I think, is pretty natural. I think it depends on how you react. Will determine whether it's good or bad. I'm sure if they're really your friend, you guys can talk it out and things will be fine. What do you take the most pictures of? So definitely it would be myself and my jewelry for my shop, but that's kind of like work. So if you don't like talk about that, then I guess I would say definitely my animals. My animals are what I take the most pictures of, and if I can, I take a lot of pictures of like nature, like, you know, like wildflowers, things like that. I think stuff like that is super pretty, and I love taking pictures of them. I love taking pictures when I'm like going on walks. What would you change if you could turn back time? So this is actually something I think about a lot, And I honestly, there are things that I guess I would say I regret. Some of it is because of the way other people's actions had affected me, and it's like, oh, I wish I had never met this person, or I wish I had never decided to be friends with this person. But at the end of the day, a lot of things that happened were out of my control. If I really could choose something, I guess it would be what college I ended up going to. If I could change one thing and not change the relationships I got from it, that would be what I would change. I would change what college I went to. Do you think roses are pretty? I do. I think roses are absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to be getting one sometime, hopefully in the near future, if I am able to save up the money. If you know, you know. It's rough out here right now, so that's something that's going to be super difficult, but I have a sunflower on my thigh for my grandmother, and I'm going to be adding a rose to it soon. What do you do when you're bored? I usually end up just disassociating and doom scrolling on my phone. I think it's better to be single or taken. For me personally, I like being single, at least for the moment. I don't want a relationship to feel like it's work. If it feels like a chore, I don't want it. If I'm in a relationship, I want it to feel natural. I want it to be comfortable. I want it to be safe. And that's just not how I feel when it comes to relationships, at least not now. It makes you laugh and you don't know why. So what made me laugh most recently, stupid jokes will get me every time. Stupid, terrible puns will always make me laugh. What's a game you recommend? One of my favorite games of all times is Sally Face. I really love Sally Face. I really recommend it. I think the storyline is really good. I think the characters are really good. I really like that game. Have you ever smoked weed? Yes, I have, and it's not for me. And the last question is, do you have any pets? I do. I currently have 7 pets. I'm gonna put pictures up. First is Theodore, and then his brother Simon, and their other brother Alvin, and then next are the guinea pigs. So this is Milo, this is Rocky Road, and this is Doom Piggy. She's my skinny pig. The other 2 are just regular American guinea pigs. The 3 cats are tabbies. 2 are gray, 1 is brown. Their coats patterns are like super different. I'm not gonna go into that right now. You don't care. But then finally I have Peppermint. So she is in an old tube that used to be on toilet paper, not toilet paper, it's longer. Why can't I think of what it's called? Paper towels. An old paper towel tube. She freaking loves this thing. It's one of her favorite tubes. And honestly, why not recycle, right? Okay, so that is it for this video. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.